With your certified most accurate forecast, this is a Fox 54 Weather Impact Alert.
As we head into the overnight through the earliest hours of your Sunday morning, we're talking about a slight risk for severe weather across all of North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. Good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. All modes of severe weather are going to be possible as we head into the overnight, but I also want you to understand that the overall threat for severe weather is somewhat dropping across the Tennessee Valley. But still, let's talk about what's going to happen as we head into the overnight and then through the earliest hours of your Sunday morning. We're going to continue to watch multiple rounds of heavy rain and maybe even a couple of isolated thunderstorms develop across North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. As we head into the later part of the evening, into the overnight, some of those thunderstorms could be on the strong or severe end of the spectrum. And again, it looks like all modes of severe weather are going to be possible. But the primary concerns across the Tennessee Valley as we head into the earliest hours of Sunday morning, definitely going to be the threat for heavy rain and gusty winds. So if you still have any Christmas decorations sitting out in the front yard, it would really be a good idea to tie those things down. Maybe the recycling bin is sitting out at the curb. It would be a really good idea to bring that in and then just set it out once again early Sunday morning when you wake up, maybe before you head out the door for Sunday services. I want to talk about the current environment that is conducive or not conducive for severe weather across the Tennessee Valley. And as it stands right now, when we're just after 6 o'clock at night, the environment is not really conducive for severe weather across the Tennessee Valley. And that's certainly a little bit of good news. I want you to look at current temperatures and dew points across the area. 57, but a dew point of 56 right now at the Huntsville International Airport. And it's that dew point number that is actually really important. Yes, we're on the warmer end of the spectrum, and that's definitely worth acknowledging. But what's important here is going to be the dew point number. Pay attention to the fact that across the Tennessee Valley, those numbers are sitting in the mid and upper 50s. That's not really the moisture-laden atmosphere you would expect if we were talking about severe weather across the Tennessee Valley. If we're talking about a strong chance for severe weather across the Tennessee Valley, then you're expecting these numbers to not be in the mid and upper 50s. You'd be expecting these numbers to be in the low and mid 60s. And we're just simply not talking about that right now. We are, however, beginning to see quite a bit of rain develop across the Tennessee Valley. Even some pockets of heavier rain across northwest Alabama, Lauderdale, Cobbart, down into Franklin County, beginning to see a little bit of rain move into the Huntsville metro area. Now, for the time being, it does look like we are dry across northeast Alabama, but that's going to change over the next couple of hours. I want to zoom things out. Look a little more regional. There's a couple of items of note. One is the low pressure that's responsible for all of this. Two is the cold front that the line of showers and thunderstorms are developing out ahead of. And three is this warm front. This warm front is going to be particularly important. I want you to pay attention to how it's positioned. It's positioned right over or just to the south of North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. And that's doing some good things for us. On the front side of this warm front is a more stable air mass, an air mass that is not so terribly conducive for severe weather. On the back side of this warm front, is an environment that is much more conducive for the development of severe weather. So as long as this warm front continues to sit right over or just to the south of the Tennessee Valley, we're not going to be really working with an environment that is conducive for that real severe weather. That parts of the southeast are currently talking about massive tornado watch across much of the state of Mississippi, a number of different severe thunderstorm warnings, a number of different tornado warnings across the entire state of Mississippi. That activity continuing to head down a little further to the south in Louisiana. Now, a lot of this is going to continue to move to the east-northeast as we head into the overnight and then through the earliest hours of your Sunday morning. But as it stands right now, it looks like the environment that is more conducive for the development of severe weather is going to be Birmingham and then points to the south. Are we still going to get some stronger thunderstorms across the Tennessee Valley as we head into the overnight? Could some of those thunderstorms still be severe? Yes, but the overall threat for severe weather, like true severe weather across the Tennessee Valley, it does look like it is going down. What does that really mean? It looks like we're getting rid of that threat for anything tornadic, holding on to the threat for some gusty, damaging winds. Here's Futurecast as we head into the earliest hours of your Sunday morning, the extreme earliest hours. As a matter of fact, we're at midnight on Sunday morning. That robust line of showers and thunderstorms beginning to move into the state of Alabama. That line's going to continue to push its way through the Tennessee Valley 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. By the time we get to 3 o'clock in the morning, that line of showers and thunderstorms thunderstorms already beginning to exit northeast Alabama, the most robust part of that line. They're still going to be talking about a lot of heavy rain. As a matter of fact, by 3 o'clock in the morning, everybody east of the I-65 corridor still talking about some very heavy rain. We're still talking about some very heavy rain, even a couple of embedded thunderstorms up across southern Middle Tennessee, both Giles and Lincoln counties. But then by 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, we're already beginning to dry out across northwest Alabama, Lauderdale, Cobbart, down into Franklin County. Now again, within this line of showers and thunderstorms is going to be some very heavy rain, some gusty winds, a little bit of small hail. Large hail definitely not going to be a problem here. And then within all of this, we could get an isolated tornado, but the chance for anything tornadic continues to drop off a little bit. And that is definitely some good news. Here we are, 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, relatively dry, a couple of isolated showers, and then we'll continue to dry out as we head into the later part of Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, and then eventually as we head into the overnight. By the time we get to the lunch hour on Sunday and then proceeding into the day on Monday, it looks like rainfall total is going to be anywhere between 1.5 to 2 inches of additional rain. And that's on top of what we've already seen across the Tennessee Valley. And over the last 48 hours, everybody has seen at least a half an inch of rain, but a good number of us across the Tennessee Valley have seen at least an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter, or even an inch and a half locally. And that's rain that we could really use across the area. Strong thunderstorms as we head into the overnight, of course, temperatures only dropping into the mid-50s. I've got a low right around 55 degrees. The cloud cover is gradually going to clear tomorrow afternoon. I don't think we're going to get to enjoy wall-to-wall sunshine, but we are at least going to get to see a little bit of sunshine. Still going to be on the warmer end of the spectrum, despite the fact that we're on the backside of that cold front. I've got a high temperature right around 63 degrees. If we jump ahead, look at New Year's Eve, it actually looks like temperatures are going to drop through the course of the day. We're also going to be on the breezy end of the spectrum, a couple of isolated showers in the forecast, but I also do think we're going to get a little bit of sunshine. Still, looks like we're going to be chilly as we close out 2024 and head into 2025. 63 on Sunday, 64 on Monday, 57, 50, 45 degrees by the time we get to next Thursday, 50 and 41 respectively for next Friday and Saturday.